So Peter said, when we looked at Peter, he said we need to be of one mind, loving one another, compassionate and tenderhearted. And what do we see Paul saying right here? He says we need to be like-minded, having the same love, being on one accord and of one mind. And I think the challenge we have in the church is when we read these words, it's not the words, but I think it's how we interpret these words that sometimes gets us off. You say, well, what do you mean, Pastor, how we interpret these words? I think we interpret these words differently, and we'll allow that interpretation to cause us to be divided. I'll give you an example. Well, I was going to do it anyway. Go to the next point. I think the divide is in what we would call unity versus uniformity. We are called to be unified. We're called to a place of peace and to work together in unity, but we're not called to uniformity. Let me give a couple examples here. When I think about uniformity, I think about the Olympics. You ever see the synchronized swimmers in the Olympics? They have the same outfits on. They're swimming in the pool, and they're doing their thing, and they're all underwater for 10 minutes, right? Like that's uniformity. They're doing the exact same thing, the exact same way, and they're doing it at the same time. But I don't believe that's what we're called to. So it's like, oh. When we see them talk about unity, I believe the example that probably fits this better is kind of what's coming up and just started yesterday, is we're more like a football team. I know, it's like it's football season. It's time for the sports analogies to come on back, right? Amen. I think we're more like a football team than synchronized swimmers as a church. And you say, why? On a football team, there are a group of athletes who come together with one common goal, which is to win, right? We come together for one common goal, is to share the good news of Jesus Christ. But here's the thing about a football team. All these athletes come together, but they have different functions. I mean, think about it. Everybody can't be the quarterback. Everybody on the team doesn't tackle. Everybody on the team doesn't kick. But when everybody does their function and does their role, that's how the team wins, right?